Hi everyone, welcome to the Blueprint again. We're going to have a regular feature on the Blueprint called Discussions, where Eric and I, or sometimes a guest, sit down and hash out something in a few minutes. Today we wanted to talk about how the specific difference in writing for a blog post as opposed to just writing for yourself or writing, say, a magazine article. I think that I see it as the fundamental difference is when you're writing for an online audience, you are inviting discussion. It's not a self-contained piece of writing. It's something that you want immediate feedback or response or conversation.
Right. Well, and I was kind of introduced to this topic just now, so Sean's actually a little more knowledgeable, of kind of the differences he was pointing out. The fact that when you write for a blog post, like he said, you're trying to invite discussion. If you were to write for a magazine article, I guess you're kind of trying to be a little more the be-all, end-all voice. This is what it is, kind of thing. And I think there's definitely a huge difference. My question to you, Sean, would be what difference would you say is key to becoming a better blogger that's not important to being a magazine article writer? What's key to inviting discussion in a blog post?
Well, I'm not talking about the most successful blogs necessarily, the biggest blogs out there, but the most exciting blogs, the blogs I most like to visit. And I think certainly one of the things that has been successful in my experience with WriterDad is that people want to have a conversation. And even if it doesn't take place in the comments, it takes place in email, or it does happen. And I think that's because people want a back and forth. They want an exchange. And when you write something effectively for an online audience, you're basically, it's a volley. You're hitting the ball back to them, and then they can hit it back to you. You're asking questions, or you're invoking thought. And not necessarily that everybody's going to respond to you or agree with you or disagree with you, but at least a percentage of your audience is going to have their thoughts stoked in such a way that they're going to want to respond to you. Right. And I think that the key element in making that happen is to not just put your soul into what you're writing, which is of course important, but to be genuine and to discover yourself. In the best pieces of writing, you're discovering a little bit of yourself as you write. And you're inviting the audience to discover it with you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you hit that. I was about to say that. And to further the volley, you were mentioning, kind of volleying back and forth. When you're doing that volley, it's very important that each time you volley back and forth, you're kind of upping the ante into the discussion. You're adding a little more meat to the topic. I think the biggest discussion killer is when somebody gets volleyed the ball and they get it. And
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Great post.
Right. And they kind of shoot it back to you with nothing, and it's all of a sudden the ball comes back to you totally deflated and it's dead. So I definitely would say.
No, the best. Look, you think about a game of tennis. The best games of tennis have they have flow.
Right.
Either the ball hits really fast and then it's lobbed. You don't want any kind of rapid fire exchange all the time.
Right.
You want an exchange of ideas, and the best posts invite a steady traffic of ideas.
Exactly.
Back and forth through author and audience.
Yeah.
And I think that sharpening your voice, there's really no better way to do that than sharpening your writing. And there's no better way to sharpen your writing than to get people involved, telling you what you can do better, what touched them, what made them want to comment, what made them think. And if you listen to that feedback, which you can do just by revisiting your comments. I mean, for me, it's very helpful to me sometimes to go back to something I wrote a month ago and reread the work and then reread the comment section.
Yeah.
And it's helpful. I mean, that's like going back and looking at something you wrote and seeing what the teacher wrote on it, but with a multiplicity of benefits.
Right.
Really.
Exactly. Well, I think that's a great maybe topic starter right there. Basically, I think what we'd like to know from you guys is what's your input? What do you think makes for I guess, participation inviting blog post, or what I'm having trouble getting this one out, Sean.
Clarity, man. You got to have clarity.
There you go. Yeah, clarity. Anyway, how should we volley this to our readers?
Well, what kind of writing online makes you want to comment? What takes it beyond the author's words and makes you and of course we've all dropped comments for nothing more than traffic.
Absolutely.
But we're all guilty of that.
Sure.
But there are times when we read something and it's genuine and we want to respond to what the author said. And we know the difference between those comments that, are genuinely responding to something that we've written and they're there for traffic. So our question to you would be, what does it take to get you to leave a comment that's beyond traffic and it's a sincere response to what the author has written?
Beautiful. That's perfect. All right. Well, let us know, guys. And we enjoyed discussing.
See you in the comments.
Yep. See you later.